The Office of Fiscal Analysis in the General Assembly is now projecting that Connecticut will have $1 billion a year shortfall, perhaps even more than that, in each of the next 2 years. If elected, what will you do to reduce or eliminate these shortfalls? What services would you recommend cutting, and or what revenues would you raise?
There's no question we're going to be facing significant budget deficits. And I think the biggest problem that we're going to have is that we're going to end up taking the same pain that we took this last time. People can yell and scream about what happened and how it got cut, but in the end, it got cut. And I can guarantee you the people who are now standing in the unemployment line can tell you it got cut. Unfortunately, we may be back there again because it's going to be very difficult to raise revenues. We are leaving some money on the table. There is no question that we are leaving money on the table. We could reinstate tolls. There's absolutely no reason why we can't, and no one in this room has to pay for it. The technology today reads your license plate, knows where you're from, and charges it. How many cars do you see on I-84? Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, name the state, cutting through Connecticut on their way to the Cape, on their way to Cape Ann, on their way to Maine, all of which go through for free. And we pay for it in our roads and in our bridges. We're leaving that money on the table. If we've got to raise some revenues, that's an option. We also shouldn't cry crocodile tears for the billionaires. I hear that all the time. Oh, we can't lose any more billionaires. Well, billionaires don't pay taxes like you and I do. They don't earn salaries. All of their income is protected. And they don't run away all that quick. Yes, we have migration out of the state. But the billionaires kind of like it here because the loopholes protect them. And a lot of that money is sitting on the table too. So I'd never vote for an increase in tax rates because you and I will pay for it. But I won't cry any crocodile tears over closing the loopholes for billionaires.
2 minutes, Mr. Martin.
Well, listen, I think the elephant in the room, in order to bring our fiscal house back in order, is, we have to bring the bargaining units to the table. I think that is, we're shackled because of some of the agreements that have been placed. The overtime that they're allowed to have, the retirement packages that they're able to leave with, and the overall, I guess, if you want to, people are afraid to talk about it, to be real honest with you. They're afraid to mention that they're part of solving the problem here. But if we're going to be serious about getting our fiscal house in order, we need to bring them to the table. In addition to that, we've got a fire. It's ongoing, and we need to send a clear message out to the business community and to the people of the state of Connecticut, is that we want to get serious in addressing our fiscal issues. If we don't address the spending, and I know Mike, his opening comments talked about, you're going to hear it over and over again. But the fact of the matter is our spending is out of control. We need to harness that, and we need to send a message to the business community that we are going to address our spending and control it and harness it, as well as the regulatory. We're going to ease the burden on businesses, and whatever which way we decide to do it. And I'll give you, I would ask each agency, give me 3 regulatory policies that we can change, that we can effectively, immediately change in order to put businesses more money in their pockets as well as the municipalities.